Welcome back. It looks like Ghana is doing something really extraordinary for their women's game. It says the Ghana Football Association has officially launched its women football strategy in a ceremony that held recently. We're talking about just a couple of days ago. And what they have earmarked, 6 pillars within the women's football ecosystem. And these pillars include grassroots football development, 1, talent identification, 2, marketing and sponsorship, 3, national teams enhancement, 4, league development, 5, and education. So those are the 6 points to help improve upon the women's game in Ghana.
Ghana wants to do something better than us.
They have a plan.
That's a plan.
They have a plan.
Yeah.
Like you can read it.
I cannot believe
Education.
this. I cannot believe
Publicity.
this. But really,
Grassroots.
we really need to talk about our own system, the ecosystem.
That's why when I asked the question, what is Senegal doing? But I don't know what Senegal is doing.
Because it's not on paper.
Because even South Africa,
Morocco, you can see what Morocco is in the finals of the Under 23 AFCON.
Even South Africa are also doing something like this for women's football. The ecosystem, they built it from top to bottom, right? Because they went to the villages, the schools. They're trying to tap into that thing to bring more girls into football. They were putting a number of how many girls, professional footballers they've got.
It's
we don't
6,
even know.
Or something.
We don't know. That's brilliant. What Ghana is doing is good. I hope
6,000, 600,000. When I saw that thing about
what Ghana is doing is good. I much as I'm disappointed.
I'm
disappointed that Ghana is doing.
Why are you disappointed?
Because this is yes.
They were brothers, eh?
I beg.
Oh, sisters.
I beg.
All right, Remy, in Tottenham, you're listening. We got your message. Not to worry, you have no reason to bother. Concerning your last statement. So no, don't worry, no fear. All right, we have quite a number of people donating as well. Recently got another donation for 30,000 for Jamu.
No.
Mr. Charles did a very good job with the introduction. I don't know why you don't focus on us. Just take the message and run with it.
Maybe one you should do for me too. I need something that comes off the floor too. They are cruising, something that came off the floor. For me, I want something that is high up.
A big boy. You don't need a big boy.
Why, the one I'm using is on the floor. Please don't chase my help back because I see help back all around here. I love this.
All right, Senegal winger Sadio Mane, who will be playing his football in Saudi Arabia, says that Ghana is one of the countries that he tips to win the Africa Cup of Nations next year.
Who tipped Ghana?
Sadio Mane.
He's joking. He's a joker. Ghana is a joker. He's a joker. Ghana will not win the Nations Cup next year.
Why do you say that?
Because number one, I don't think the Ghanaian football team, as it stands, are anywhere close to arriving at where they want to be. It will be a miracle for them to win. I don't want to use the word a fluke. They will not win the Nations
Cup. They qualified,
yeah?
That's the start.
I've seen a couple of their qualifiers,
games,
and I'm
not impressed.
I'm like,
Ghana won the Cup of Nations back in 1982.
Wow.
And that's been...
We've won, 2 after that? But the problem is that even the one we won, still not past Ghana. We won. All right, let me read a few more messages because
we leave Ghanaians alone this morning.
And I should go because they beat us last year. We're still upset now. They made me worry. Okay, this one here, Dr. Anselm from Isolo says, good morning all. If a player as bad as Vegas could get some playing time in Manchester United, I wonder why Onuachu did not get a look in by his club. He is far better than Vegas.
Vegas is Dutch. And the coach at Manchester United is Dutch.
That's not your question. Olawale from Ogudu says, some people's problem is that they listen or read to argue instead of understand to learn. And like the flash sales Chelsea are doing. Okay.
Chelsea needs to sell. It's not negotiable. They need to sell.
Big Jones from Magboro. We've given you Arsenal update already. Mentioned to you Rice, and then what's his name? This guy will probably leave.
Imagine if somebody just comes and takes Rice away from Arsenal.
Who is the person guy is coming? Who is coming?
City had an interest.
No, they don't have any interest.
But they called that interest. But just imagine Newcastle.
Who's Newcastle?
Newcastle.
No.
Manchester United.
Really?
Liverpool.
Those ones that went to buy Mount.
United, I can't even pay honorary 60
I'm
for
wondering what he looked
Nana.
at, what he was looking at when he thought about Mount as an addition to his squad.
For me, just to increase the number of players, because I don't think he's an upgrade on any of the players in those positions.
I'm happy Mount is leaving, to be honest.
You are? He's a good player for Chelsea, no?
It's
good. It's not exceptional.
Okay.
Man United's first problem is a striker. Get a striker. And that should have been your first push. Your second problem is get a goalkeeper, since you don't have any goalkeeper now. Anyway, let's read more messages. Tune from Ijegun says, good morning, Sports Zone. Let's give the players, coaches, and fans of Sporting Lagos kudos for their promotion. And let's give special kudos to Godwin, too, because wrong coach can hinder a club. Ask Oliver Kahn what happened to Bayern Munich at the end of the season. Let's give Godwin his onions too. I'm surprised that nobody has actually called the owner of the club to give him his own kudos too. Because somebody bought the club. Somebody paid for the players. Somebody prepared the team. Since we're giving kudos, let's go all the way up the ladder. I'm not saying Godwin hasn't done his job. He's done a great job. But the coach, the players also put in the sweat. Somebody put in his money to prepare the team. So give credit to the whole club generally. TJ from Malagbado says, greetings to you in the studio. Mr. Charles, you're spot on. On your first note this morning, in Nigeria, we are unnecessarily tribalistic, and yet we claim we want one Nigeria. States, we don't like to help the needy, only poor because we believe that they don't have any reason to be poor as if God created rich right from heaven. On Jami's issue, Mr. Motosho is always passionate in everything, though. Kudos to him. We got this. It says, kudos to Godwin and Naina. Same way we say kudos to Felix Anyasiago. This does not in any way deny the kudos that is due to the coach, his crew, and the players. Reginald from Lekki. Fortune in Ebutemeta says, good morning, guys. Saudi Arabia is doing this thing Saudi Arabia is doing is called Bobo Yaya. Them go soon turn to Chinese league very soon. And the people going there not that relevant in their clubs and can't even make top 30 in world football. Any serious football will not go there. Mbappe, Haaland, my brother, the Ballon d'Or, the current Ballon d'Or is there.
The difference between what Saudi Arabia and what China did is very, very clear. You know, China had a plan to host the FIFA World Cup by 2030, and when they decided to bring players to the Chinese Super League, what they did was use government money to try and attract the very best players that they could. Yeah. After a while, the government thought, why are we spending so much money trying to develop a league that ultimately will not be highly essential to the Chinese people?
Okay.
In you know, what they thought was that they're taking their money and
to
giving to other countries. So they put a stop to it and said, look, what we're now going to do is put a cap to the number of players that you can have in every club in China, and that number was 5, and that ultimately just killed, you know, whatever desire that, you know, China had to upset what was going on in Europe. That is not the case with the Saudi Arabians. It's not government money. That's the major difference. It's not government money.
Okay. Thank you very much as well. This one for your message. Austin from mainland. Thank you. In terms of Isoke's counting skills, I was correct. You were wrong. It's okay. We've also got this that says, my name is Godson from Agi. That's what he said. He counted the number of callers. It says, it's the Fidelity Lechiku deal to Rangers true. Congratulations to Sporting Lagos for the promotion. Bassett to Brighton is a step up for him or step down, question mark.
Well, one after the other. Fidelis will be unveiled by Rangers today.
Okay.
What they've been doing is renovating his house in Enugu. They believe that he will take Rangers to the next level, so the unveiling is later today. Of course, congratulations to Sporting Lisbon for their promotion.
Sporting Lagos.
Sporting Lagos. Just 2 seasons in the lower division, and here they are playing football at the top level. And Bassett to Brighton, step up, step down. I think it's a step up. Especially knowing that the Brighton manager is one who's, you know, concise, detailed, likes to play in a particular way, which we enjoyed when he came. So I think it will be a big test for Bassett, to be honest, and make him ultimately a better player.
All right, let me read a few more messages before we call time on the show. This here says, West Sporting Lagos playing their home games. Currently, Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Good morning, guys. My name is MD. I think that lady dressing isn't the worst dressing he has seen in school, but just the way the lady responded to him with confidence and without fear is what triggered his anger. And anybody with small power in this country, they don't want their power being questioned. And waiting just happened be that. And please tell my big brother Charles that most schools in the north have dress codes, and they are very strict about it. If a person dresses anyhow or carry anyhow hairstyle, they will bounce them from lecture hall.
Well, we know that up north it's a different ball game,
Emeka Buffon says expulsion for indecent dressing is like killing an ant with a caterpillar. What happens to one of the invigilators or even the VC drive to a laboratory and get a lab coat for her to cover and write her exam? Africa is a protocol. Kwelansky says Chelsea's poor performance last season was largely coaching problem and not exactly the players. There was no Graham Potter, and there was no way Graham Potter and Lampard could have been able to bring out the best in those players. I just hope this overselling won't affect the team this season. Even Poch is not a coach that has the character and ability to bring out the best in players. Yeah. No be just to they buy and sell.
This is a message I completely agree with. I didn't have any faith in Graham Potter when he was appointed. I didn't have any faith in Frank Lampard when he was given the job a second time. And I still don't have any faith in Pochettino because he's not won anything. Anybody can go to PSG. Anybody can win the league with PSG. Anybody.
Did anybody lose the league? Ancelotti lost the league in PSG at the first try. Just to put that out there. I just want to quickly, if I could, just read out the details because there are quite a lot of messages and I've tried to respond to as many as I can for Jamu. So if you still have any interest whatsoever and you want to show your support in terms of the challenge Jamu is going through, please you can send to his account detail. So it's 02772507779. I'll take the number again. 02772507779. Wema Bank. Thank you.
Account name?
Jamu Sabitu.
And on that note.
All right, so that's how we round up for today. Thank you for listening in, guys.